going on, Jerome? It's a beautiful Sunday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. But first, of course, March. Finally getting a little bit of madness. Houston beating Duke. And Duke really dookied all over themselves on this one. Not gonna lie, the blown leads, all that stuff. But Houston and Florida go Gators in the national title game. It's going to be good. Now, I've always had a soft spot for Florida basketball, going back to obviously Jason Williams, Teddy Dupay from back in the day, Mike Miller. Let's go, man. But either way, be a good game on Monday. I mean, there's only going to be winners. Florida's fantastic. Love me some Ralph Sampson in Houston, and they play some good ball all around. So there you go. Also, good all around. April draft month fundraiser. All Venmos, Cash Apps, Super Chats on live streams will be donated this month to Twin Cities and Seoul, South Korea adoption charities and support organizations. We've already said our piece. I'm adopted, and I think it's something that's something that shouldn't be as difficult as it is. But families want to be made whole, and these kids need to find homes, and it's something that obviously changed my life. Like I wonder, well, first off, I'd be fluent in Korean, probably be a lot skinnier, even maybe I would be like the OG like K-pop person, or I would be Psy, hey sexy lady, before Psy. Yeah, actually, screw adoption. I want to go back. Not just kidding. But our goal for the month is 2,500. We're already at 1,100 because the drums are fantastic, paying it forward. Stuff like this, you guys are the best. You absolutely know what to do. And links down below. You're the best. Yeah. Also, so we missed this the other day. Well, kind of lazy. But Trey McBride, the fantastic tight end for the Arizona Cardinals, the pride of Colorado State, go Rams, just signed a 4-year, $76 million extension, making him the highest paid tight end in the National Football League. Now, of course, what does this mean for our guy, TJ Hockenson? Now, Hockenson turns 28 in July, and he's got kind of a big season coming up for him determining his future with the Vikings, because honestly, there's a lot of ways that this could go. They could extend Hockenson. They could cut Hockenson after this year. They could trade him. I mean, all roads are open right now. And Hockenson is – so the guarantees in his contract are evaporating, and then the next two subsequent years have $20+ million cap hits. So something's gonna have to be done with this contract. Like I don't see them playing it out. So an extension certainly could and should be on the table. But Hockenson, he's got to prove that knee is 100% good to go, right? So back in 2023, before Dirty Kirby Joseph decided to explode his knee, which is unfortunate, he was on pace for a 100-catch, 1,000-yard season, and that's huge, right? And last year, 10 games, sort of eased his way back in, 41 catches for 455, 0 touchdowns. But with Hockenson, I still believe that he's a top 3 tight end in this league. It's not 3, but he's got to get that chemistry good to go. I think that full confidence in that knee is going to be paramount as well. So I think that everything is set up, because Hockenson benefits from Jefferson just as much as Addison benefits from Jefferson, right? That gravity is huge. And you saw what J.J. McCarthy did in college with Colston Loveland. And Colston Loveland's going to probably be the second tight end drafted this year, maybe a first-round pick. So I think that Hockenson could have a renaissance year, fully healthy, fully confident, another year removed from the knee, and a quarterback who's going to feed him. It's going to be good. All right, so I think that Hockenson, who right now by average is a tight end 3 in terms of cash, I mean, it's a spot too where maybe they get something done during the season or right after the season, and they ride this thing out, see what happens, as Hockenson will be 28 this summer. I think that ripping up the final 2 years of his contract, giving him something fresh with some backfill guaranteed money, could make some sense to keep him in purple for the short term and long term, medium term. Also, someone who's eligible for an extension this offseason is Ivan Pace Jr., Pro Football Hall of Fame ambassador, who tweets out fantastic little tidbits of information. Ivan Pace Jr., Vikings linebacker, the second-year linebacker, posts an 89.1 PFF pass rush grade in 2024 on 412 total snaps, which is good, ranking third of 189 qualifying linebackers. And with Pace, he is a whirling dervish of destruction. Right. Pace is fantastic at rushing the passer. He's great in run support. He's improved in coverage. I think that he is just a tough as nails, do-it-all linebacker. I think him and Cashman are one of the best off-ball duos in the National Football League. And Pace, this is an important year for Pace too, because Pace, as a UDFA, he only has a 3-year contract, and then he has an RFA season. So he is going to be eligible for an extension just like any other rookie. But this is what tends to happen. Like, if an undrafted free agent plays really well for a team, he'll get his extension sometimes 2 years earlier than a first-round pick who has that 4th year on his rookie deal and then the 5th-year option. Because as UDFA players, like, if they've greatly outperformed what the like, say, second-round RFA tender is going to be, I think this year was like, what, $6 million? Less than that. But it's a spot where they certainly can get paid a little bit earlier. So wouldn't shock me at all after this season, something gets done with Evan Pace Jr. before the RFA tag comes in. So it's a monster year, and I want to keep Pace, and it's something that the Vikings are going to have to be a little bit concerned about, because Jordan Addison is eligible for an extension after the season as well. I think it's much more likely that they keep Pace versus Addison. But we'll see. Speaking of Addison, so growing up in Maryland, DMV area, Alex Ovechkin chasing history. Also, it's kind of sad, like the tickets for Avi's game against the Islanders have gone for like thousands of dollars. And what if he doesn't score? You just spend a couple grand to watch the Islanders game. Awesome. But also, Addison is back in Maryland, doing some fantastic work, putting in that. Also, what are those pants? I need a pair. I love it. So Addison running some routes at the University of Maryland, College Park. Go Terps, and it's good to see, right? And also, maybe Addison's pops relayed to him that everyone's talking on social media about trading him. And for me, like Addison, I think that he's heading in the right direction. I think that he can stay on the path off the field, and on the field, like, he's still ascending. Like, I think that he could and should be a wide receiver 1 somewhere, and it does come down just to money, where since the Vikings are loading up during J.J. McCarthy's rookie deal, will they have cash to pay Jordan Addison $21 million per year, which is the going rate for a solid wide receiver 2, or could he get more elsewhere? Possible. And if the Vikings do trade Addison, like, he does have a ton of trade value. They probably get back a first-round pick and change. Right? So, I don't know. TBD. Like, there's so much going on this season, and it's so exciting. Like, you want to see what J.J. McCarthy can do, obviously, but also so many players are either in a contract year or in a de facto contract year, where they can definitely make themselves some money, or might be time to move on. Who knows? Also moving on. So we missed this a couple days ago. Julio Jones retiring, a 7-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro, 703 receiving yards, 914 receptions, 66 touchdowns. Next stop, Canton. And yes, I mean, Julio should and could be a first-round Hall of Famer. Also, he won 75% of a Super Bowl, which is cool. But here's what's rough. So 2012, 2019, Julio was on an epic run, right? He's in the conversation of the best wide receiver in the National Football League, or a minimum top 2, right? And when it goes with superstar receivers. Like, not everyone is Jerry Rice, like playing at a high level, like late into your 30s and even into your 40s. Like, so in the last 4 years of his career, Julio went from the Falcons to the Tennessee Titans to the Buccaneers to the Eagles, which no one even remembers that he plays on the Eagles. I did not. And then he was out of football last year. But I don't know, like, it's so depressing seeing former stars in a Titans uniform, because you know that it's just over. But also, I mean, Julio in that Bucs jersey just doesn't look right? And we've talked about, the problem with superstar receivers is that it doesn't end gracefully, because there's other positions where you can turn into like a rotational player. But if you're a superstar receiver and you get bumped down to like wide receiver 4, 5, 6, those guys are expected to play special teams. And Julio Jones wasn't going to be a punt gunner on the Titans, right? And it just doesn't sync up. And then eventually, even though you're a big-time name, like you're not getting those contracts anymore, because they need those wide receiver on the bottom roster to play special teams. And you'll just get a young guy for cheap and just go from there. But, yeah, Julio is one of the best. Absolutely. Yeah. Next, speaking of Falcons greats, so Michael Vick, named head coach at Norfolk State. The man in charge, gold standard Michael Vick. He looks good as a coach, doesn't he? Now, I would love to see what a Michael Vick offensive playbook looks like, because Vick, by his own account and by his own admissions, wasn't really dialed into the playbook. He's just like, I'm just going to go out there and just make something happen. And that was good. Not going to lie, like Michael Vick, growing up as a kid, like was one of the most entertaining players out there. Obviously, Madden 04, I mean, he was that dude as well. And yeah, I mean, Michael Vick with the dogfighting stuff in the prison. But I feel like, so everyone knows that, right? But I feel like it does give him a perspective of made mistakes, redemption, and staying on the path. And I think that a lot of players are going to learn from that. All right. And, you know, people aren't saints, no matter how much they want you to believe it. Right. And Vick, he's gone the full gauntlet. Like, he was at the top of his profession. He was at the bottom. He came back. Like, his years with the Eagles were, well, the 2010 season with the Eagles, pinnacle, amazing, stud. Right. So I don't know. Like, I think that he has a lot to offer as a coach, as a leader of men as well. Plus, I'm really starting to feel old, man, because you see, like, Deshaun Jackson's coaching at Delaware State. Eddie George has been coaching for a couple years. Tyrone Wheatley is in that mix. It's kind of crazy, man. Yeah, but good luck to Norfolk State. I'm trying to think of the 6'8" defensive end prospect from Norfolk State from a couple years ago. I'm completely blanking. Yeah. Also, so I don't like artificial intelligence. I feel like sometimes it goes too far, and it's a cool thing. So it was morphing through various pictures of Justin Jefferson, but I don't know. Like, the 2017 LSU picture does not look like him at all. It just doesn't, right? It also has got 6 fingers. Right? And then the transition of Jefferson with the Vikings. Hey, I can't wait to get the SS Vikings jersey. Wait, that's too far. Might be too far. Or I gotta get my Metrosol jersey, where I feel like AI right now is what you get when you're dreaming. Because have you ever been aware that you're dreaming? Because I try to do it all the time. Because if you're aware that you're dreaming, then like you can like start picking up details. And if you notice that you can never read anything when you're dreaming, like if you have like a sheet of like a newspaper in front of you, well, who has newspapers anymore? But if you're reading something, or if there's a sign, it never makes sense because it's all illegible. Because much smarter people than I can explain it. It's like that part of the brain doesn't work during dreams or something like that. That's wild. And obviously the whole, don't go to the bathroom while you're in a dream. But it's kind of fun. Like, after Inception came out, I actually had like a sleep journal, and I was just trying to like write down. It's like, all right, so slept here, realized I was dreaming, and then like you can like walk around and like manipulate things in your dreams. Mainly like manipulating objects as well as like girlfriends and stuff, and just like, I don't know, just being toxic in your dreams. That's what we do. I don't know what that accomplished, but sleep is so interesting to me, even though I don't do a lot of it. I should probably work on that. Lastly, so the Wolves got a much needed win over the 76ers G League squad, but Ant hitting that dagger at the end, the 3-pointer, double team, falling away. It's good. I mean, we're so lucky to have Anthony Edwards, who wants to be here long term, as well as AI Justin Jefferson, who also wants to be here long term. It's good, man. But let's make a run in the playoffs, man. Like that's what's still missing from Anthony Edwards' resume. And I know it took LeBron a while to win a title. It took MJ 7 years to win a title. Let's just do it one now. Just go do it. Everyone's healthy. The Wolves are probably one of the hottest teams in the league right now. We can be that kryptonite to OKC as long as they keep SGA off the line. Let's go, man. Anyways, that's it. That's it. Vikings news dump for this beautiful, wonderful, glorious Sunday. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol. Production value.